We observe how gold has pivoted upwards so precisely each time tariffs were applied since the start of the trade war in 2018. Before the trade war, gold remained stagnant within this range. However, with the onset of the trade war, everything changed for gold. We will conduct a case study since 2018, analyzing how gold has reacted to each significant tariff imposed. With the latest tariff on Canada, Mexico, and China, what could be the potential trend for gold? And how should it be managed above the current level? I'm Kon Hao. My work in this channel is to study behavior science and finance, discover correlation between different markets, and uncover potential opportunities. Before we get into today's subject, please take some time to read the disclaimer. The first sign of US-China trade war appeared on March 22nd, 2018. But it wasn't until July 6, 2018 that the first tariff was implemented, followed by an additional of $16 billion in tariff in August. And gold pivoted at this month low and started moving higher. In May 2019, another round of tariff was imposed, and gold pivoted at this month low and began moving higher. In September 2019, another round of tariffs was implemented. Gold pivoted at this month low, traded sideways for a while, and then started moving higher shortly after. And as for this pivot, it was not related to tariff, but rather to the COVID-19 QE program, which was the largest compared to QE 1, 2, and 3. With the dilution of US dollars, in our previous video, as I explained, we saw gold climb to new high. During the Biden's administration, we saw how gold maintained its price within this range. This was largely because the tariff imposed by the Trump administration were kept in place. Biden's tariffs are more strategically focused, targeting technology and supply chain resilient, and inflation somewhat welcomed that. It wasn't until he introduced export controls on advanced chip to China that we saw gold pivoted at this month low and begin moving higher. And let's not forget, in June 2022, the CPI hit a high of 9%. Though inflation has eased, gold continues to climb. For Trump, tariff style impacted everyday goods, food and energy, driving up costs and directly affecting consumer prices. And inflation didn't like that. We saw another significant pivot in November 2024 when Trump won the US presidential election. The market perceived that Trump would take a hardline stance on tariffs once again. And the market was right. An announcement of fresh tariffs was made on the first day of February. This time, the tariffs targeted not just on China, but also Canada and Mexico. Based on the past case studies, tariffs have historically led to inflation and a rise in gold prices. With this latest pivotal surge and the expansion of tariffs not only on China, but also on other trading partners in Trump's second term, gold could be at the beginning of another upward run. So how should we manage gold at this current level? With its fundamental support and the main trend still upward from a technical perspective, this is how I plan to manage my gold position. On this long-term chart for gold, January closed with a strong mandate, breaking above this resistance line that dates back to 2011. This indicates that the former 2,600 US dollars resistance level could now act as a new support. As for my short-term trades, since the January trend is up, I will focus more on buying on dips while keeping any short position strictly short term. This new set of trend line I've drawn on this daily chart will provide some guidelines on how I plan to trade the gold. Besides tariffs, another key reason for gold's gradual rise over the decades has been quantitative easing and currencies. That will be a topic for another time. There's always trading opportunity in CMC markets. Go to the search feature and type in gold. You will find the markets that will suit you. We cannot perfectly time the market, but it is possible to get the market timing right. The market are always telling us on their next move. Stay tuned for my coming tutorial. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Feel free to leave any comments below. I love to exchange ideas with you on what is about to come. Really happy that you stayed through this tutorial. You have many great trading weeks ahead.